What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I am going to be installing the Sliplos on my brand new GT350 front splitter. Yes, you heard me right, my brand new GT350 front splitter. I'm going to tell you what happened and why I got a new one and why I'm installing this now. But before I go ahead and tell you that, I want to say this works for all Mustangs, V6, EcoBoost, GT350, GT500, GT, everything, or any car in general that has a front splitter and your car is sitting low. This will protect your front splitter from getting scratched, scuffed, or damaged underneath. If you've been following me on my YouTube channel, you know I had the GT500 winglets installed on my Shelby. So one day as I was riding in the highway, I hit something. I'm not sure what it was, because the streets of New York is terrible. It has bumps, potholes, all kinds of things on the road. So I ended up hitting something that flew off my right side winglet, and I ended up losing it. When I got home, I went underneath the splitter to inspect it, just to find that, you know, where you put the screw, the hole where you put the screw in. I know this don't sound right, but bear with me. The hole where you put the screw in was way too wide. So when I tried to screw a screw back in there, it doesn't fit because the hole got too large due to the fact that the front splitter kept getting scraped so much. So I had to go and get me a whole new front splitter, because I am not gonna have my GT350 without the winglets. I love the winglets. They give it more flair, more aggression. I just love the overall look. So I end up getting the new GT350 front splitter, and I'm gonna be installing it and installing these Sliplos right before I put them on the car. So, like I said, keep in mind this is for all Mustangs, not just Shelby's. It's also for Mustangs 5.0s and all other kinds of cars. So if by the end of this video, you feel like this video was helpful and you feel like you want these for your car, I'm gonna link a link in the description below. Make sure you use my discount code Venom9 to receive a discount. This is like 80 bucks. You will get a discount if you use my code. Sorry, I think it's 70 or 80 bucks, around there, I forgot. But if you use my discount code, you're gonna get a discount, obviously. So if you like it and you found this out through me, you know, help a brother out, use my discount code Venom9. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the installation. So here's my new GT350 front splitter. As you can see, these are the tools that I'm going to be using before installing the Sliplos. Here they are. I'm going to be using a white pencil just so I can mark it, so I know I could actually put it on the right spot. Adhesive promoter. And also, as you can see, for the GT350s, they come with the embroidered Shelby letters. And I also got this. You can't see it because it's still in the wrap, but I'm going to be putting the brushed aluminum Shelby letters on it. So yeah, this is my new GT350's front splitter. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over, and we're gonna go ahead and start the installation. I just want to apologize if I don't get every exact detail of this video, because I'm doing this along with one hand. So, you know, I don't want to mess it up. So I'm gonna try my best to capture all the details that I'm doing to it while recording. All right, so let's go ahead and flip this over. Okay, so here we go. We have the front splitter upside down. I am going to be using some alcohol, some sterling alcohol pads, so I could go ahead and get all the dirt and debris out of whatever it may be here, because when you want this to stick or bond, you really want to make sure this stuff is clean. You don't want to just, you know, throw it on there when you have like little debris or any kind of dirt on it. So you want to make sure you go ahead and just go over it with some alcohol. I'm using two, one for the left and the other for the right half. Okay, next one. Just go over it like so. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, if you have a standard GT350, not the R, you do have 3 pieces to the splitter. As you can see, I put the other 2 pieces right here. I'm gonna do that later. I'm focusing on the front for now. So yeah, basically just wanna clean all this off. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and let this dry up, and then we're gonna go ahead and start marking the Sliplo product with the white colored pencil. So like that, once we're ready to install it, we know exactly where to place it. All right, so I'm gonna wait for this to dry up and I'll be right back. One thing to also notice about these is that, all right, so in the middle of the splitter, when you try to connect both of them, it's not gonna come completely flush. It's gonna leave like a little angle there, as you can see. If you want it completely flush, I recommend you cutting it like I did with this one. So like that, it could actually just sit completely flush together. And then you could kind of like, you know, bend these and, you know, position them to the point where it'll come out perfect. So I decided not to use the color pencil for this. Basically, I'm just gonna line it up and paste it as I go. So as you can see with these things, you could pretty much adjust it to where you want it to go. It's very flexible. It's not, you know, it's not hard or anything. It's very flexible. So we're gonna start right here. I already cut these two, so it's gonna come together flush. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one. If I could get this out. Okay. I'm just gonna line it up. Probably like an inch there, right there. And just work your way on the edge of the splitter, just like that. Okay. Press down. And there's the first one. Now we're gonna go ahead and put this one. Just remove this. Make sure this one sits flush right there. Once again, we're gonna just go right along the lines. Right there. Press down. Also, keep in mind, I did go over it again with another alcohol pad just to make sure it was more clean. Press this down. All right, as you can see, it's coming along. I'm gonna basically do the same thing for the rest, so I'm gonna get back to you when I'm done with the whole thing. So I'll be right back. So I just finished installing the whole midsection of the splitter. The whole thing is covering the Sliplo. And hopefully now, if I ever do end up scraping it, this will take the hit. So now I'm gonna move on to these two little small pieces, which should be like around here somewhere. So I'm gonna show you once they're both done, and I'll be right back. I was gonna install the Sliplos on the left and right piece of the GT350 splitter until I realized that this piece is gonna go on top of the winglets over here like this. You probably can't tell, but as you can see, there's 3 holes here and 3 holes there, and it's basically gonna go like that. So it's gonna be no point in putting it here since it's already protected with this. Instead, I'm going to put it underneath the winglets. Now, as you can see, I got one of the old piece here that stood on the car. This is the old piece. As you can see, very scuffed, very scratched, pretty bad. You know, the camera's not gonna pick it up 100%, but it looks worse in person. So that's another reason why I'm putting these Sliplos. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go put these right on it right now. If you're not like me and you're not putting winglets on your Mustang, and you're just gonna put it on the Shelby splitter itself or your splitter in general, whatever Mustang you have, then I do recommend putting it all here. All over here, not with the hoses out, of course, but all here and all here. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put it on my winglets instead, so let's go right into it. So I got them all done now. The front splitter in the middle, also the GT500 winglets, all done, all around. I only put one on each side of the splitter because when I installed the GT500 winglets, that's literally what's going to be exposed, that little piece right there. So none of this is going to be exposed to the ground. It's going to be covered by this. I put it all around here. All right, so I got the splitter letters right here. I have one that's brushed aluminum and one that's gloss black in 3D. This one is more of like a flat. I bought this one because I was going to go with this one, but I'm realizing it now that when I put it on, you know, you could barely see that. In the night, that won't really show, or like if I'm taking a picture, that won't really show that much. Now let's go and try the brushed aluminum. You can see that way more. I mean, you could just put them together here too. And you could clearly see that the black, you could barely see it. I mean, I really like the black. Like I said, I feel like it's better. It's just that you can't really notice it. You really can't see it. So I'm gonna go with the brushed aluminum, and I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing like I did with the Sliplos. I'm gonna go ahead and put alcohol on each letter, and then I'm gonna put them on. So let's get to it. Just to get a better visual of how the brushed aluminum versus the gloss black look, I put half and half. I gotta admit, the black looks pretty nice, but it just doesn't stand out. It doesn't give it that contrast. It doesn't pop like the brushed aluminum does. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What should I have went with? I think I'm gonna go with the brushed aluminum though, even though I like the 3D pop on the gloss black, but you know, what can I do? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it again. I decided to go with black, so I already did one. I'm gonna go and put some alcohol on it just to make sure there's, once again, no dirt or debris on it. Just clean it up. Okay, next, once that dries up, I'm gonna use some adhesive promoter, and I'm gonna apply it there, and I'm gonna paste the letter H there. So I'm gonna wait till this dry up. All right, so next I'm gonna take my adhesive promoter and I'm gonna apply it right over here. This basically just makes the bond with the 3M tape even more stronger. All right, I'm gonna wait till that dry up. Then I'm gonna go ahead and place the H on it. Okay, the H is pretty dried up, so we're gonna go ahead. I already removed the back side. We're gonna go ahead and place the H there. Let me make sure it's right there. Yep. Press it down. And there you have it. I'm gonna do the rest of the letters and I'll get back to you right when I'm done. So after 15 to 20 minutes of debating with myself whether I should put the brushed aluminum or the gloss black, I'd end up going with the gloss black. The reason why is because it looks so sinister. Also because, as you can see right here, it's 3D, so it pops out. And also because I wanted to try something new. I had the silver before for a while now. Got kind of bored of it. So I'm gonna put the gloss black now to see how it goes. If I see that I'm taking pictures and I don't really notice it, or I start disliking it, I can always remove these and put the brushed aluminum back on it. So, you know, let's just see how it goes. But for right now, it's going to be the gloss black. The Sliplos, I installed them all around already. It's all completed on the winglet, on each of the splitter. Also, let me turn this around. Right there, all installed. I only put it on the edge because that's basically the hitting point. So when you hit the ground, it's gonna stay from there and it's just gonna swipe like that. So if this piece doesn't touch the floor, most likely this won't really scratch up either. I know some people put it here too, but I think I'm good on that. Now all that's left to do is install it on my GT350 so I can show you the very, very final end result of the product. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and here we go. So quick little update. After I analyzed my old splitter that's on my car right now, I realized that this here is also scratched up. It's scuffed up. I'm gonna be showing you guys once I remove that splitter. So what I did was I went and ordered another box of Sliplo, and I added a second layer because right now it's facing me, but if you was to turn it facing you upside down, when you go down like a little steep hill or drive through a driveway or something, it goes down through here and then it comes continuing up to here, and then from here it starts going up. So I should be good there. Also on the winglets, I did 2 layers as well. I did the one in the middle right there. I also added this over here, same with that one. So now I think this has been really protected now, and I should be good from the scrapes and all that from the floor. All right guys, so as you can see right here, this was all scratched up going all the way down. That's with the other ones. I put the Sliplos over here. It's all scratched up here. All right, y'all, so I just finished installing it. As you can see, the winglets and the new splitter along with the Shelby letters are installed. We'll take a bottom look. As you can see, you can't really see the Sliplos underneath. You can't really see it. You know, from far it looks like, you know, that's just part of the splitter. So and I also got some over here. You can see all that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, that's pretty much it, how it looks. Let's take a look from all the way far back. See if you can see that. Pretty much invisible, you can't see it. So I highly recommend it. All right, YouTube, that's gonna be it for this video. Splitter and winglets installed. Sliplos, highly recommend it. Save your splitter, save your winglet. If you guys are interested in the product, link is in the description. Use discount code VENOM9 so you can receive a discount. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.